wish you'd stop and think, Jax. You've built something solid with Carly. You have a family, a beautiful little girl. You should be fighting for your life, not thinking about throwing it all away.
Mom, that is not my intention, okay? But I do care about Brenda.
How well I know that. But what you don't seem to understand is that Brenda will allow something or someone to divert her attention, likely Sonic Corinthus, and leave you standing in the ruins of your life.
You're asking me to ignore the fact that she's in danger, and I can't do that.
Of course you can. You're a married man. It's no longer your obligation to go chasing after Brenda Barrett every time she gets a hangnail. Let someone else do those honors. It does not have to be you.
Yeah, well, it does when the danger Brenda's facing comes from Jerry.
Why are you so interested in some stiff pulled out of a...
Here are your cookies, as requested.
Oh, thank you, dear, but I think I've lost my appetite. Oh. What could Jerry possibly have to do with Brenda?
I don't know how their paths crossed. I just know that someone is after her. That's why Brenda's back in Port Charles, because there are several kidnapping attempts in Europe.
Oh, that's appalling, but I don't understand the connection to Jerry. I mean, your brother has his failings, but he knows what Brenda means to you. Why would he target her?
If he thought he had a reason to, he wouldn't care. Jerry thinks he can do whatever he wants to whomever he wants.
Look, Mom, I know that you talk to him on a regular basis, so you don't have to lie to me about that. Have you seen him?
No. But he did call me on my birthday and asked if I received his gift.
Did he say if he was going to visit?
No, he mentioned a business venture that would make it difficult for him to get away.
What kind of business?
He didn't say.
Did he say where he was calling from?
No.
Anything else that Jerry might have said that would help?
Just that he was pleased I was playing his gift.
Playing it?
A music box. I had it open when he called. It's become a kind of tradition between Jerry and me. He sends me music boxes from all around the world. This one was handmade in Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. Balkans territory.
There must be a mistake.
I need to find Jerry. Is there anything else that might help?
Now that I think of it, he told me absolutely nothing. Probably intentionally to protect me.
Yeah, more likely to protect himself.
No, he didn't want Jane to have to choose between her two sons.
Oh, I don't think that's really a choice, is it? I mean, you help one son to stop the other son from killing a woman. What's so difficult?
Don't pretend you don't know. You've protected your brother from the consequences of his own actions more than once.
I know, Mom, I know, but I'm not going to let anyone hurt Brenda.
I love hearing your devotion to Brenda.
Well, you do the same for Jason, right?
It's not the same.
It's exactly the same.
No, it's not. And guess what? Brenda doesn't need your protection. There are plenty of other guys in line.
None of them is Jerry's brother.
So far, you have nothing but wild speculation, unless you have some evidence that you haven't mentioned that connects Jerry to crimes against Brenda.
My gut tells me I'm on the right track with this one, Mom.
Even if your suspicions are true, Jerry is still your brother. If you have to stop him, please do it in a way that will not cause him any bodily harm.
If you hear from him, you have to tell me, okay?
You have two sons. Could you help one at the expense of the other? Hey.
I need to find Jerry. Is there anything else that might help?
Now that I think of it, he told me absolutely nothing. Probably intentionally to protect me.
Yeah, more likely to protect himself.
No, he didn't want Jane to have to choose between her two sons.
Oh, I don't think that's really a choice, is it? I mean, you help one son to stop the other son from killing a woman. What's so difficult?
Don't pretend you don't know. You've protected your brother from the consequences of his own actions more than once.
I know, Mom, I know, but I'm not going to let anyone hurt Brenda.
I love hearing your devotion to Brenda.
Well, you do the same for Jason, right?
It's not the same.
It's exactly the same.
No, it's not. And guess what? Brenda doesn't need your protection. There are plenty of other guys in line.
None of them is Jerry's brother.
So far, you have nothing but wild speculation, unless you have some evidence that you haven't mentioned that connects Jerry to crimes against Brenda.
My gut tells me I'm on the right track with this one, Mom.
even if your suspicions are true, Jerry is still your brother. If you have to stop him, please do it in a way that will not cause him any bodily harm.
If you hear from him, you have to tell me, okay?
You have 2 sons. Could you help one at the expense of the other?
Reason to believe that Jerry might be in Bulgaria, and that's not too far from you, and there aren't too many bridges that my brother hasn't burnt, so I thought maybe you've heard from him. Yeah, I know it was because of all that money that we made together. But on the off chance that my brother does call or shows up, please let me know.
Thanks.
If that was a call to warn your brother that we're onto him, I'll have you charged as an accessory.
Accessory to what?
Some poor slob who used to work for Jerry just got sniped in an alley downtown. Now that's your brother's style, isn't it, Jax? Kick off a good crisis, or conversation for that matter, by pulling a trigger. Robin knows something about that. I'm warning you, Jax. If that rabid animal you call a brother crawls out from underneath something, and I see him, I'm gonna put him out of his misery.
Okay.
But let's start with what you know and why Jerry would be crazy enough to come back to Port Charles.
We have to talk. Oh, wait a second. Are we alone?
Yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Sir and the Divine One were dining here where they should have stayed, but Mr. Sir went into Godfather mode, intimidated everyone out, and has spirited the Divine One to parts unknown, so the situation is most dire. So therefore, I am sorry, but I cannot help you in any secretive task. I must devote all spare time and momentum towards saving the Divine One from the rapacious Mr. Sir.
Hey, I can help you with that.
You think I'm gonna find my...
I've spoken to Jerry. I don't know where he is, and I don't know how to find him.
But you're trying. I understand the urge to protect a brother, Jax. But how many lives is Jerry going to destroy before that bridge between you turns to ash, huh? I mean, you could be the next victim. Carly, one of your kids? Is helping Jerry evade the law worth risking all that?
I'm not going to let that happen.
I hope you can stick to that, and I hope you mean it. I hope you don't look back one day, Jax, and realize you lost everything that matters for someone who only wants to use you.
Please, sit down.
You said you needed my help. That's intriguing. What can I do for you, Mr. Jax?
Well, I was wondering if you've ever seen this man.
No, can't say that I have. Who is he?
Well, he uses a number of aliases, James Craig being one. Speaks with different accents. Speaks French, a little Russian. He's very charming and polished, but make no mistake, he's lethal. And if you see him, you call me immediately.
Is he an associate of the Balkans?
He might be. We're not sure. And until we are, I think it might be best if you don't set up any meetings for Brenda with people that you don't already know.
And why do I get the feeling that there's more to this story than you're telling me?
Man in the photo is my brother. Unfortunately, that won't stop him from going after Brenda.
Mr. Sir could have the Divine One in a compromising position as we speak, in his limo, in a cheesy, gaudy hotel room. Once he has her in his deceitful web, she'll be pinned there until her inevitable psychological doom.
You're not giving your crush enough credit.
She may be strong, but her vulnerability to Mr. Sir is assured. She wishes to be with him. She even feels safe with him.
Okay, you know what, then it stands to reason that Brenda isn't the one we can influence. We're gonna have to work on Sonny. Turn him off to Brenda, and the best way to do that is to prove that Dante and Brenda were lovers. Sonny can never be with a woman who slept with his son.
The Jekyll is reluctant. I cherish my friendship with the Divine One, and I will surely incur her wrath if I unearth such deeply held secrets.
Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. Sometimes you can't have it both ways. Maybe it has to be either or. Keep Brenda's high opinion of you, or save her from Sonny. I tell you what, Brenda doesn't have to know you were involved. I would be more than happy to take the responsibility. But I do need your cyber skills. Come on. You're nuts about Brenda. Here's your chance to save her. How could you not take it?
The Jackal is convinced. Only the ugly, unvarnished truth will set the Divine One free. And time is most certainly of the essence. Do work!
You know, when you left